Hello everyone, welcome back to Crazy IGCSE. So today we'll be learning an IGCSE Biology 0625 topic, Human Nutrition. As you can see, today's video is having a different approach. It's a little animational type of a presentation. So I'll be using this type of a format and let's see how this video goes. This is my first video using an animational type of a platform because normally I make like a whiteboard type of a presentation. However, I'll be still using the whiteboard type of an explanation for accounting, for example, because accounting has a little working out and explanation a different method. So I might use that whiteboard type of an explanation itself for accounting. But for videos such as biology, physics, which does not need formulas or writing down things, for those type of subjects, I'll be using animational presentation format. So in this topic, we'll be looking at four different aspects. First is, five. First is diet, then the alimentary canal, then mechanical digestion, chemical digestion, and absorption. Now let's look at diet. So a balanced diet is a type of a diet which contains different food groups. Now there are food groups which are really vital for our body. So there are carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, vitamins, minerals, dietary fiber, and water. Now let's look at the function and the sources of each food type. So carbohydrates function is energy. It is a source of energy and there are different sources of carbohydrate. It is like potatoes, rice, bread. Then the other food type is protein. So protein's function is for growth and repair. And protein food are like meat, fish, nuts. And the third food type is lipid. Lipids function is insulation and energy storage. Its sources are butter, oil, and nuts. Dietary fiber, they provide bulk, roughage for the intestine to push food through it. So it makes it easy to push food through the intestine. And the sources are vegetables and whole grains. Vitamins are needed in small quantities to maintain the health of a person. Sources are fruits and vegetables. Minerals function is again to maintain health, same as vitamins, and the sources are fruits, vegetables, meats, dairy products. The other food type is the seventh food type is water. Water is needed for chemical reactions to take place in cells. Now, in cells, water is needed for the chemical reactions to take place. If there is no water, there won't be any chemical reactions taking place in the cells. The sources are water, juice, milk, fruits, and vegetables. Now there are four types of vitamin and minerals, and I'll be explaining the function of each. So the first vitamin is vitamin C. Its function is to form an essential part of collagen protein which makes up your skin, hair, gums, and bones. The deficiency of vitamin C is scurvy. We'll be learning about it in detail later. The sources of vitamin C are citrus fruit, strawberries, green vegetables, so like things like oranges. Then the other one is vitamin D. Vitamin D will help your body to absorb the calcium and it will also be required for stronger bones and teeth. Its sources are oily fish, liver, dairy products, and many more. Then the other one is calcium. Now, calcium is needed for getting stronger teeth and bones, and it is also involved in the process of clotting of blood. Its deficiency could lead to its deficiency could be osteoporosis, but it could be later. It might not affect immediately. You could also get this deficiency later. And then it is iron. Now, iron is required to make hemoglobin, and this hemoglobin is a pigment which are in the red blood cells which transports oxygen. Now, I have explained this in the cells topic, and you can go and check that. Click the card above for it. Then the sources of it is red meat, liver, leafy green vegetables such as spinach. Now let's see the causes and effects of vitamin and mineral deficiencies. Now the substance deficient is vitamin D. So the cause is lack of sunlight, fish, eggs, butter in diet. So this means that if you have lack of sunlight, eggs, butter, fish in your diet, there are possibilities of getting vitamin D deficiency, and the effect of vitamin D deficiency will be rickets. So in rickets here, bones will become soft and it will be very deformed, and this will be because the vitamin D will be needed for the absorption of calcium into the body, and this is needed as a very important component for your bones and teeth. The other one is iron. So if you have lack of leafy green vegetables, red meat or liver, then there are chances of you to get iron deficiency. The effect of iron deficiency is anemia. Here there aren't enough red blood cells. That is why your tissues do not get enough oxygen delivered. So this is because iron is a key component of hemoglobin. Effects of malnutrition. So now what is malnutrition? That is when you do not have a proper balanced diet. So you're having very less food types, like you're having very less carbohydrates, very less proteins. That's when you get when you're getting malnutrition. So malnutrition is caused by not eating a balanced diet. There are different types of malnutrition, and those are starvation, coronary heart disease, constipation, and obesity. Now let's look at the cause and effect of each type of malnutrition. Now first is starvation. Starvation cause is taking in less energy than in used over a long period. So if you do not have a lot of energy in your body for a long time, you will get starved, and that's one type of malnutrition. Its effect will be that the body will start to break down the energy stores. First, it will be the fat, and then will come the muscle tissue. This will lead to a severe weight loss, and it will slowly damage your heart and immune system, which will increase a lot of risk for diseases. The second type is coronary heart disease. The cause is if the diet is too high in saturated fat and cholesterol. So if your diet is having a lot of saturated fat and cholesterol, there are chances of getting coronary heart disease. The effect is that the fat deposits will build up in your arteries, which are supplying the heart. That will reduce the flow of blood to your heart, and the muscle cells will not work properly because of lack of oxygen, since your arteries will be blocked, so the flow of blood will not be proper, and this could also lead to heart attacks and death. The third type of malnutrition is constipation. Now, constipation's cause is lack of fiber in the diet. So, if you're having lack of fiber in your diet, there are chances of you getting constipation. Its effect will be that the food will lack the bulk for muscles to push it through the alimentary canal, and that is why the risk of diseases such as bowel cancer are increased. Now, obesity. So here the cause will be taking in more energy than in used. So this is just the opposite of starvation. In starvation, you're taking less energy than used. In obesity, you're taking more energy than used. Its effect will be that the extra energy which is stored as fat, that will cause an increase in weight, and it will also increase the risk of diseases such as heart disease and diabetes. Now let's see the protein energy malnutrition. So there are many countries which face droughts, natural disasters, poor economy, wars, and that can also lead to malnutrition in many parts of that country. Now, there are two types of malnutrition which are common, and they are termed as protein energy malnutrition. So, two of them are kwashiorkor, that is caused by a lack of protein in the diet, and this mostly occurs in children who are under the age of 2. This is caused because of poverty, because high protein foods are more expensive and more scarcer, and that's why children suffering from this kwashiorkor are always underweight, and they often have a swollen abdomen because the diet may contain a lot of carbohydrates rather than protein. The other one is marasmus, and this is the most severe form of protein energy malnutrition. So here there'll be a lack of protein and energy, and people suffering from this marasmus will have a much lower body weight than normal. Now let's look at the dietary needs of different individuals, and there are four factors. First is age, second is activity levels, third is pregnancy, and fourth is breastfeeding. Now let's look at the dietary needs for each factor. So age is the first factor, and the dietary needs will be that the amount of energy which young people require increases towards their adulthood, because this energy will be needed for their growth and repair. So children will need a lot of protein in their diet than adults will need for their growth. So energy needs of adults decrease as they age. The second factor, activity levels. So the more active you are, the more energy required for movement, such as like muscles which are contracting more and respiring faster. Third is pregnancy. So during your pregnancy, the energy requirements will increase because energy will be needed to support the growth of the developing fetus, as well as that larger mass which the mother will need to carry around. And that's why extra calcium and iron are also needed in the diet to help the building of bones, teeth, and blood of the fetus. Fourth is breastfeeding. So in this, the energy requirement will increase because the extra calcium will be needed to make high quality breast milk. So this is the end of our first part of human nutrition diet. So it's already a very lengthy video. So I've decided to club this topic into three parts. So human nutrition will have three parts. This is one part, diet. The second part will involve alimentary canal and absorption. And then the third part will include mechanical digestion and chemical digestion. So watch this video, and if you have any doubts, please comment down below. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and follow up for more videos of biology, physics, maths, English as second language, business, economics, accounting, tips and hacks for studying. Thank you very much for watching Crazy IGCSE.